don't sleep. You can't go on like this. I tried counting sheep, but there's one I always miss. Everyone says I'm getting down too low.
Alright, you guys, so it is confirmed that we will get 2 or 3 returning characters for The Walking Dead. They're going to be either from Season 1 or Season 2. Maybe Season 3, but I'm not really too sure because they did say that the Garcia family will not be returning.
We will not be seeing the Garcias in this season.
All right.
There will be some returning characters from previous seasons, but
Because I guess their story had already been completed in Season 3, so they're out of the question. They're out of the picture. So I don't know which characters are going to return. Like, I really want to, like, show my list to you guys. Like, I really want to show my list of returning characters. Like, anything that could be possible. Like, Kenny, Lily, or any of them. I will be discussing why, it might be possible for them to return. And, what the plot could be or something. I don't know what the plot is, so I'm not going to discuss the plot. I honestly don't know the plot. All I know so far is that, AJ will be, Clementine will go and rescue AJ, and then she'll be in this school full of, kids where, adults do not exist. So that's what I know so far. So I'm going to have to wait till I actually, play the game itself for me to know. But I am planning on doing something this Saturday where I will be playing The Walking Dead Season 1 and Season 2. I will be playing those 2 games made by Telltale's. I will be playing those 2 games. And, then then the week after that, I will get Season 3 for me to play. So, then the story will all lead up to Season 4. That's what I'm going to do. It's just an announcement right now for Saturday. Okay, guys, so let's discuss the possible returning characters. Alright, you guys, so starting off this list is Kenny. Now, Kenny is one of my favorite characters, personally. Like, he's just one of my favorite characters. He's been there since Season 1, and he's been through a lot. Like, you can just look into his eyes, and, you can just, like, see, like, that he's been through hell and back. Like, he lost his family in Season 1, and, he lost his girlfriend in Season 2. Like, he pretty much lost the people he loved and tried to save in both seasons. And I think that Telltale's, like, killed him off in a very shitty way in Season 3. Like, I'm sure everybody thinks that Kenny's death in Season 3 was very, like, it was just a matter of bullshit. Like, I'm sure everybody thinks that. And, like he's a possible character to return in Season 4 because, like, if you choose the Wellington ending, you can just stay in Wellington and he can just, like, walk off somewhere. Like, you can have his departure with him in a peaceful way. Or if you choose to have it in a negative way, which means that you disagree with the fact that Kenny killed Jane and you're just gonna leave him. Personally, I chose the Wellington. I chose the Wellington ending in the version that I had for the Xbox 360. Like, I chose the Wellington ending. Because, like, in case, like, I stayed with him in Season 3, like, I like, this was, like, years ago. Like, this was, like, back in 2013. Like, I thought, oh, if I stay with him in Season 2, then in Season 3, he's gonna return. Like, we're gonna be together. Me, like, Clementine and him they're gonna be together. But something's probably gonna happen to him. Like, he's gonna, like, die. Like, he's gonna, like, sacrifice himself. Like, I already knew that was gonna happen. Like, I already knew that was probably gonna happen, but I didn't imagine it would happen. And like, I didn't imagine it would happen something like, him getting crippled after a car crash in Season 3.
No, Clementine, no! There's no point!
Come on, Kenny, help me!
Not today, you son of a bitch! Go! Don't look back!
Agent, come on!
But anyway, like, it could be possible for him to return in season 4 because, like, what if Clementine and AJ, like, what if they're, like, in the woods or something looking for something, or, you know, traveling somewhere, and then they see, like, this man all alone. Like, they just see this man they like literally see this man all alone in this campfire. Like, he's just all alone, and you can tell, like, he's just lost it. Like, he's not the same. Like, he's suffered through some mental issues over, you know, over the years of the apocalypse. Like, he's just not the same. That can be, you know, that can be Kenny. That I can see that being Kenny. Like, kind of like Morgan in season 3. Like, you know, Morgan went crazy because, you know, his son died, and, you know, he just became, like, a very lonesome man. Like, he just became very, you know, very lonely. I can see that happening to Kenny because, after all, Kenny lost his son and his family and, you know, his girlfriend in season 2, and I can see that happening. But who knows? Like, maybe he'll be with, like, another group of people, just like he was in season 2, but I don't know. But I would like to see him return in season 4. Alright, you guys, so the second character on this list is Lily. Now, Lily was a character in season 1. She would survive with Lee and Kenny in the first half of the season, along with Ben and Clementine. She had a strong, serious attitude, but if you got on her good side, then she would be loyal to you. Lily was just that one character that was always moody and pissed off, but she had a reason, because it was, after all, Ben that gave supplies to the bandits, but other things weren't really necessary of her. I never really clicked with Lily because her and Kenny would always get into fights, and she was always pissed. Like, literally, you guys, she was pissed. Her dad was also very mean and racist, so that's why I sided with Kenny to annihilate him. Towards the end, during the last time we see her, she finally interrogates mostly Ben, until she shoots Carly on purpose or Doug on accident. You can either choose to leave her or to take her with you until she steals the RV and heads off to the unknown. Many have speculated that she is Lily Caw from the comics, but it was confirmed to be false. So what if the plot involves Lily as the villain and she tries to kill and interrogate Clementine because she thinks that Kenny and Lee are still out there, depending on the story you make. But I doubt that she'll be asking about Lee, because Lee wasn't the one that killed her dad. And I'd hardly doubt that she'd take her anger out on a kid, you know? She'll probably ask her about Kenny, but the response will either be he is dead or he is not with me anymore. What would be cool is if she ran her own group, like a community or a group of scavengers, because she does have that leader mentality. But I can see her trying to take AJ. I can totally see her trying to take AJ away from Clem, because, you know, she doesn't want, you know, a little toddler in the apocalypse, you know, all alone. And, you know, she can probably question Clementine's parenting ways and all that, you know, etc. A cool thing would be if she had Kenny imprisoned with Clementine, because, you know, Kenny killed her dad and she probably wants revenge, so she imprisons him. If she captures you, she takes Clementine and puts her in a cell with Kenny. That's if she captures you, but I probably doubt that would happen. So who knows if she is going to return or not. I mean, I can see her as a villain because, you know, like in season 2, they were originally going to have Kenny as the villain, but I don't know what they're going to do. So who knows if she's going to return or not. Alright, you guys, so for the third character that might return, I'm going to have Krista on this list because her whereabouts are pretty interesting to my perspective, because, you know, what happened to her? And knowing that her and Clementine got separated when there were some men trying to mug them, It all resulted in a shootout, leaving Krista's fate unknown. Krista and Omid only appeared towards the second half of season 1, leading to the end of the season. And yeah, like in the beginning of season 2, Omid died by a gunshot wound to the chest by a nearby survivor holding Clementine's gun. This obviously affects Krista in a huge way because she loved him and he wasn't there to deliver her baby, which eventually had died sometime during the time jump. Then that is when all the events start to unleash after Krista and Clem got separated during the conflict with the men trying to mug them, which resulted in a shootout. So yeah, like I said, it resulted in a shootout. So everyone thought that Krista would return in season 3, but that never happened. I can literally see Krista returning in season 4 as part of a group, and maybe with a new spouse. But what I mean by spouse is maybe like in a relationship, you know? But I don't know if that would happen, especially after Omid died. Not unless she decided to move on. Kind of like Maggie and Glenn. Like Maggie loved Glenn a lot, like she literally loved him and had his child. But then a couple years later she then moved on to Dante. So I see her trying to convince Clementine to come with her to survive and to try to take care of AJ. So yeah, I totally see that. I totally see her being overprotective of AJ, you know? Alright, so for the 4th character, I'm gonna have Molly on this list. Molly is a pretty interesting and awesome character on The Walking Dead because she is very skillful and she knew her way around Crawford, which helped Lee and his group get the things they needed. It is unknown what happened to her after her departure from Lee, but it would be nice to see her again. She was pretty badass in my point of view. Maybe we will see her when Clementine and some other people are in trouble and she comes out of nowhere and saves their lives. I honestly don't know if she will return because for all we know she probably decide to stay in Crawford or head out somewhere, like head out somewhere else. But I doubt that she stayed in Crawford. At some point after Lee's departure, she probably stayed somewhere else in Crawford, but that area where she was staying probably ran out of food and supplies and was full of zombies. So she probably headed out somewhere else. But guys, for real, I honestly doubt that she stayed in Crawford because, she like when during the last episode of season 1 when Lee rang the bell, I like if she literally stayed in Crawford, she would have heard the bell and she probably would have went over there to check it. Like she probably would have went over there to see what was going on. So I hardly doubt that she stayed in Crawford. So what if maybe Clementine and the rest of the group are running from a horde of zombies and end up in a room where Molly has been hiding for a long time, and then Clementine recognizes her because of her time with Lee. I can see Molly kind of getting a little bit irritated at Clementine for bringing a horde of zombies near her hideout, but at least they'll be reunited, because at some point she was with the original group, Alright, you guys, so for the 5th and final character, I'm going to have to go with Lee on this list. I'm going to have Lee on this list. But before anybody gets pissed or tries to act like a wise guy, let me explain this first of all. Let me explain this, okay? Because, yeah, we know Lee's dead, but hold on, let me explain this. So, what if Lee appears as a ghost or in a dream only to give Clementine advice? That could happen. Then I can see Clementine giving Lee a hug depending on how Lee appears to her. It could even be a flashback. What if he even appears as a hallucination when Clementine is, bitten or is about to die? Like he just appears as a hallucination. Like she just sees him but he's not really there. Kind of like Tyrese's death when he kept on hallucinating and seeing characters that have already died on the show, such as the governor. So what if Clementine is about to shoot a zombie but she hallucinates hallucinates and sees the zombie as Lee, but she struggles and knows it is not real. That could happen, but I don't know if it I don't think so. But I can totally see Lee appearing I can totally see Lee I can totally see Lee appearing more as a ghost or spirit in her dreams. Like, yeah, like I can see her, like I can see Lee appearing more as a ghost or as a spirit in her dreams, just to like tell her something, or maybe to you know, like make Clementine happy. But yeah. I hope Lee returns in some kind of form or flashback in season 4. It might be a flashback, but I don't know. Because like I hope he returns because he was like a huge part of Clementine's life in the beginning and a beloved character in the Walking Dead franchise. So I hope he returns.